it's Kelly from Cards by Christine and the Sunshine Stampin' Co. here with you on a Tuesday morning. We are here for our first kit class of November 2025. It is the Adventure Awaits kit class, and I am so excited to be here with you today. It feels weird because we are literally only not even halfway through November, and at this point, we are transitioning away from Christmas cards. Now, that's not like an overarching statement because like we've got a lot of classes coming up, but like the kits this month have now transitioned more into the like neutral, non-holiday theme. So crazy to think that we are, yeah, I mean, the holidays, they always go so fast, but they're just gonna skate by and before we know it, we'll be into the post-holiday like crash. So hello to Susan and Sandy and Stampin' Up with Mama G, and yes, thank you guys so much. Hello Rosalind for joining. Glad that you're here with me. Excited to embark on this kit, and yes, if you have the opportunity, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and share it and all that fun stuff. If you haven't subscribed, please do so as well. So what do we got in store? I saw this kit and I wondered, so like we just had the Road to Christmas, which was, here, I'll flip it down. We just had the Road to Christmas, which was our like, you know, vintagey red truck kind of feel. So I was wondering if this was trying to play off of that, but I'm not sure. So we've got, oopsies, loosey-goosey scissor. So the Adventure Awaits kit, we've got 3 different cards and 3 each of 3 different cards. So we're making 9 cards today. We have matching envelopes that go with it as well. And then each of them focus on a different car or a different like vehicle style. So let's flip these over. Our coordinating Stampin' Up colors for this kit are basic black, coastal cabana, crushed curry, garden green, granny apple green, pecan pie, petal pink, poppy parade, pretty peacock, and timid tiger. So we are going to divide out our supplies. Okay, so starting with the envelopes, so it seems like we maybe have a little bit of the division already done for us when it comes to how this was packaged. So the light pink envelope, so I'm trying to understand here. Okay, so the tree layer goes there. Oh, this goes with the light pink envelope. So there must be a third dome. All right, well, moving on. We've got this card base, which is lighter than that. Okay, so here we go, getting it. Blue with the blue. The cityscape was not with the rest. That goes with the blue. Then we have the lighter card base with the seagulls and the darker card base with the mountains. All right, there we go. Okay, we have driving by to say hello. Okay, so it looks like we have the choice of 2 sentiments for this one. Driving by to say hello or cruising to another year. So that would be whether, you know, it's a birthday card or not. So I presume you could actually intermix any of these. It kind of just is maybe what goes with what you have in your trunk. So we've got a couple of different options there. All right, enjoy the journey goes down here on the light orange card, and then let the adventure begin goes on the darker of the orange cards. Then the rest of these are just different languages. We'll set that off to the side. Now, we've got some vellum vehicles. So on the light card, we've got the more bulky sedan. And then the darker orange gets the pickup truck. You guys, I'm so happy vellum is back. I have always loved vellum. Okay, excellent. We've got some adhesives. Wow, that's a lot of glue dots. Holy shnikes. Okay, then we've got our goodies. Holy Toledo. Okay, so we have our pickup trucks are gonna go on the dark orange card. We have our, and I don't even know if this is a sedan. I know nothing about vehicles. And then we have our little pinky convertible on our blue card. And then we have the circle tree is going on that card as well. The palm tree, now this is more delicate, so definitely take your time on this one. I was like not even breathing. And then the evergreen tree goes over here. All right. Then we have Enjoy the Journey, gets some surfboards. Balloons up for the birthday card, if that is what we so choose. And then the cargo with the red on top. Oops, this is the cargo with the orange on top. The cargo with the red on the bottom and the orange on the top, not to get confusing at all, goes over here as well as the suitcases. So the laser cutting on this is exceptional. Holy man, those punched out really, really good. Hello, Connie. Thank you so much for joining. All right, so those should be all of our pieces. Now, this is a kit that is fully printed, so we do not have any stamping. No stamps, no stamping in this one. So let's go ahead. We're starting with the truck card. So I'm going to move the rest of these out of the way and actually, you know, there's never enough room anywhere. I've been working very hard for a long time. It just has not been moving very quickly. I'm setting up my own space for the business that I just launched. And I made a lot of progress on the camera system and all that good stuff. I've run into a couple of snags, and Chris and I have a fantastic, amazing, very smart cousin who is just very much dabbles into all the technology stuff. So he's come over probably 3 times already to help me get some things set up and troubleshoot and work through all of my issues. So I am very excited. Starting this weekend, I'm going to start releasing my first videos from my filming station. So I'm so excited, also nervous about that. Not nervous, but a little nervous. Oh no, we don't have a liquid glue. Okay, let me grab one. Alrighty. Okay, so, of course, if you've been here more than a hot second, you know that I typically am not going to be using the glue dots. I will bring in and use my liquid glue, just my adhesive of choice. But the beauty of these kits is if you don't have any supplies, like you could have zero, you can still make these beautiful cards. Okay, so first step is to burnish our card base. Then we are going to move to the dimensionals and start getting this guy popped up. Oopsies. All right, so all of those dimensionals are on. You will then take all the backs off, flipper still skin that guy over. Okay, now this looks to be pretty centered on the card. So we are going to put it approximately here-ish. I never can tell if something's crooked or not. I know, Sandy, the colors in this kit are very, very like vibrant, and I would consider like an atypical color scheme, but I love it. It's very fun. Okay, so then next we have our tree. This is indicating using glue dots, so I will bring in my liquid glue. Just going to flip that around, and he goes, so this goes and covers up those trees right over there. We've got a little bit hanging off, like the directional sign is hanging off a little bit, and he also is hanging off the top just a smidge. All right, then we are taking the truck. Okay, so now got all the pieces. So first we are adhering the vellum to the back. So that's to shade the window. So we're just going to have some adhesive, be it liquid glue or glue dots, along the body of the truck. Now this piece of vellum is made slightly smaller than the truck, so you can get it in there without it hanging off the edge. So get that stuck down. Then you can flip it over. And then we are taking the luggage and the suitcase, and we're sticking them in. So the luggage is going to go down first. And then the suitcase. Not sure if liquid glue is going to be the right hit for here or not, so we'll find out together. So the luggage is going to go directly behind the cab. And then the suitcase is going to go behind that. Okay. Then we're going to flip that guy over and put some dimensionals behind him. So important to now ignore the window area, because you would definitely be able to see dimensionals behind there. So vellum is amazing but can be finicky, especially when it comes to adhesive. All right, peel all the backings off. Now this is just going to drive along the baseline. Okay, and then let the adventure begin. Just gonna get glued down. There we have it. So that is our first card. That was very simple, but it's still a very beautiful card. Okay, so let's put that over here and move on next to, I think the blue card is next. Lo and behold, it is. Okay, so now this is one that you have to choose. I'm gonna go with the Cruise into Another Year. I'm gonna do the birthday card for this one. All right, bring in your bone folder and burnish. Again, we are going to put down, this reminds me of a snow globe. I know it's not, but I'm gonna put down the snow globe piece first. Okay. Make a nice pile of all my dimensional backs, and then hopefully I don't sneeze so they're all there together when it's time to clean up. All right, flip it over, and again, we're kind of just centering this top to bottom, left to right. Okay, then the tree, and it looks like the tree is just getting adhesive put behind just the corner over here because it's gonna hang off. So we want this to go here-ish. Gives it some dimension. Then, similarly, okay, we are going to take, have the balloons coming out of the back. So I'm just gonna put a dab of glue. There's no vellum on this one. And then dimensionals behind. Excellent. What do you guys think of this card, or these cards, this kit? Do they trip your trigger, or is it not quite your thing? I'm not really into cars, but I still appreciate how nice they look. The cards, not cars. I'm really not that into cars. Okay, so it looks like this is higher because you can see the dotted line of like the center stripe, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I feel like it's covering up so much of the like grassy area. I'd rather put it down here, I think, and see more of that. So that would be your own personal preference. And then grabbing the sentiment and sticking that on as well. All right, so that takes care of that one. And then last but certainly not least, we have the beachy vibes. So we'll grab one of each again. Such delicate pieces. All right, there we go. First step is going to be to burnish. Okay, then we will, actually, I should check, but yes, we are also going to put dimensionals behind the snow globe. Okay. Then we've got the palm tree, and this is going to be glued down with a couple spots of liquid glue. Trying to be very delicate with my glue placement because it is such a fine laser cut. We don't want glue just gushing everywhere. Yes, gushing, that's a technical term. Okay. This one is going to be more like the first card with the vellum behind it. So we'll put some liquid glue. One thing I noticed from the first card is the liquid glue is a liquid, so it does give a little curl to the pieces. So there may be a desire to use glue dots instead. However, especially, you know, as we move to the next few steps, we are putting like dimensionals and other things behind it that there's no curve to that at all. Okay, so then we are going to stick the luggage on top of the surfboards. And then that piece goes on top of the car. Oops, I forgot to grab the sentiment. Then we've got dimensionals. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. This is historically not my thing. Like, this kind of theme is not really anything that speaks to me, but I love it. It's so cute. Okay, enjoy the journey. All right, there you go. That was quick and easy, which I do not mean in a negative way at all. That was actually very well constructed, very well put together, and really fun for how easy it was to do. And to be honest with you, it's all the little details that really draw this kit together. So like, I love, 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 love You know, Sandy had mentioned the colors and all of the texture to like some of the patterns. Sorry, I've got a little bit of rogue glue hanging out there. But you know, the small things like all of the detail in the laser, and my absolute favorite thing about this kit is the vellum tinted windows. So that's so cool, and such a nice detail. So thank you so much for joining along. Feel free to call out what your favorite is if you have a favorite. Man, like I said, I don't know that I have necessarily a favorite of the cards, but there's definitely elements to it that I like, actually quite a bit. So thank you so much for joining. We've got one more kit class this month, and then of course we will end the month with our paper pumpkins. So thank you for being here with me. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and sending lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs your way.